Hey guys, this is Luke Wood. This is the Blue House Band, and this is Sounds of Nashville. And super excited to be here and be a part of this. And this song is called Prostate. I hope you like it. Out of town, drinking in the lounge of a Birmingham Marriott. She come walking by, giving him the eye. He decided to take his shot. Well, he slipped off his ring and bought her a drink, and they talked all night long. Well, then he woke up with a naked head and his keys and his wallet gone. Everything got a price tag, either low or high. Better make sure you know that before you buy. Well, that bill's gonna come due, you best believe. Everything got a price tag, ain't nothing free. Well, she was running with a crowd, visa maxed out, reaching for that next rung. Had a diamond on a ring, a Lexus on lease, and tennis lessons at the club. Said, let me fine, it's just one line, I won't go too far. Yeah, now she's smoking Newports in the Crestview trailer park. Everything got a price tag, either low or high. Better make sure you know that before you buy. Well, that bill's gonna come due, you best believe. Everything got a price tag, ain't nothing free. But you got to understand, well, there's always consequences when you shake the devil's hand. Everything got a price tag, either low or high. I better make sure you know that before you buy. Oh, that bill's gonna come due, you best believe. Everything got a price tag, ain't nothing free. Everything got a price tag, either low or high. I better make sure you know that before you buy. Well, that bill's gonna come due, you best believe. Everything got a price tag, ain't nothing free. Everything got a price tag, ain't nothing free. Everything got a price tag, ain't nothing free. Tell me what to do with the hurt. 'Cause I've run out of places to put it. Tell me what's it all worth. Is it a blessing or a curse? Like a tired song on a broken radio, pacing through the night with nowhere to go. So memory keeps me tied up and paralyzed. Now I can't get beyond reverberates. Like high heels on cobblestone. You walked all over me, circling the train to die alone. I heard you whisper when you said goodbye. I heard you whisper when you said goodbye. Like a tired song on a broken radio, pacing through the night, nowhere to go. Your memory keeps me tired of paradise. Now I can't get beyond the echoes. No, I can't get beyond the echoes. The echoes. Just walk away. Just walk away. Just walk away. 'Cause I'm talking. Just walk away. Just walk away. Just walk away. 'Cause I'm talking. Like a tired song on a broken radio, pacing through the night, nowhere to go. Your memory keeps me tired of paralyzed. Now I can't get beyond the echoes. No, I can't get beyond the echoes. The echoes. The echoes. The echoes. Just walk away. The echoes. Well, I drank from broken fountains till I couldn't drink no more. Yeah, I've never been so thirsty, I've never been so poor. Don't know why I keep on drinking, 'cause I'm never satisfied, even when I'm on the run. Oh, I'm home in bed at night. One of these days I'm gonna find a way to break free from these chains that got a hold of me. Until then I'll be praying, yeah, I'm praying for the rain. When will the good Lord come to wash away my stains? I fell in love with the greedy and the thickest of thieves. Sold my soul for $1, but I couldn't find relief. Now I'm down in the gutter without a penny to my name. I can't afford to buy a shovel to dig myself a grave. Heaven help me, 'cause I can't see the light surrounding me. Down deep from the shadows, the darkness calls to me. One of these days I'm gonna find a way to break free from these chains. They got a hold of me. Until then I'll be praying. Yeah, I'm praying for the rain. Will the good Lord come to wash away my stains? Can you make me white as snow? Can you make this broken man whole? Can you help me to let go of the things that hold me close? Can you save me? One of these days I'm gonna find a way to break free from these chains. They got a hold of me. Until then I'll be praying. Yeah, I'm praying for the rain. When will the good Lord come to wash away my stains? When will the good Lord come to wash away my stains?
Welcome back to the Sounds of Nashville Podcast. I'm your host, Trevor Tobin. I'm here with Luke Wood. Thanks for coming on the show, man.
Hey, man. Thanks for having me. Glad to be here. For sure. Had a lot of fun.
So, what started the songwriter journey for you?
Oh, gosh. You know, I don't really know. I've always really been into music ever since I was a kid. At some point in like elementary school, I got into like writing poetry, like in my notebook, and kind of did it as a way to kill boredom and vent emotional whatever, deal with my stuff as a kid. So I think it kind of started there, but then just really being infatuated with songs in general. I grew up watching a lot of MTV and VH1 back in the day when music videos were super popular. So I've always kind of just, I don't know, been all about it. As far as songwriting goes, more from like the lyrical, like poetic standpoint, like I got real big into Def Poetry Jam back in the day that used to air on MTV, and it was a lot of hip hop artists that would do like spoken word, like poetry and stuff. And I've always been attracted to that, probably more so than even songwriting. I've done some spoken word stuff in the past, a little bit, and then I've had like one of my poems published like a long time ago. But I just really enjoy writing just in general. And then the songwriting part of it just kind of is an overflow of a lot of that venting and, poetic stuff I write down in my notebook. I kind of try to break it apart and make songs out of it, you know what I mean? But I've kind of always been all about it, though, honestly. Like, I was just infatuated with music as a kid, obsessed with bands like Bon Jovi and Kiss and Poison and Guns N' Roses as a kid, like a little kid. And then as I got older, I got into like heavier rock stuff and classic rock and southern rock and stuff like that, and just it's kind of evolved from there.
Awesome. So now when you write a song, what do you start on, or it's all over the place?
I don't have a certain like one way I do it every time. I have songs that I sit down and like wrote down pretty quick, like and finished them pretty quick, like in like a 30 or 45-minute session. Mm-hmm. But then I have songs that I worked on for like months. You know what I mean? A lot of mine these days is like bits and pieces at a time. You know what I'm saying? I'll get a strong verse idea or a strong chorus idea, and I may sit on that for a year sometimes. You know what I mean? Before I don't know, it'll all click. But then some stuff comes faster. Like Echoes came pretty quick. I had that idea, the first 2 lines of the song, and I met with my buddy Roy, and I mean within 45 minutes we were finished. It just was like super quick. And a lot of it's too like the music side of it for me. Like I really like to have like a vibe established before I really start trying to formulate lyrics for something. For me, that just makes it like easier, I guess. To have kind of an idea how you want to lay the music out first, and then adding words later. But yeah, sometimes it's just like I freestyle and just kind of brainstorm on stuff, and not anything like we had earlier, the guy that was rapping, not like that. My stuff doesn't always make sense, but I'll record myself just saying a bunch of random stuff, and then it's like I'll pull little fragments of that out, and then I'll kind of start to construct things around that. I feel like I write the best when I'm not trying, you know what I mean? Like I have things just kind of pop in my head sometimes, and it's not like I'm actively in the writing process in the moment. It's just trying to capture those ideas and write them down or record them when they happen, and then going back later when you have the time and really trying to kind of like make something out of it, you know?
Yeah, that's a great thing is when you just have that spark of creativity, that one idea, or somebody is talking to you and says one or two words, like, yep, that's going to be a song now.
Yeah, I've heard somebody say it's like channeling, right? And I don't know what I believe about like God and, you know, spiritual stuff necessarily, but I think there is something to that. I think there's a spiritual element to that. And like even like in our psychology, like there's part of my subconscious brain that's always kind of like on music stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's almost like this internal voice inside my head is I'm having this kind of conversation or this interaction with it. And it's, you know, and like music for me has always been kind of therapeutic. I mean, I love just to write just for the fun of it, like to have a theme or an idea for a song and then say, hey, I'm going to write about, you know, whatever, like whiskey or girls or whatever. Like that's fun to be creative in that way. But like for me, it's so much more of a like kind of like a spiritual thing. You know what I mean? Like it's like I'm interacting with like that higher self kind of deal, you know? So I try to tap into that as much as possible, like when I write, but, you know, I'm still learning. So I'm definitely not an expert by any means. I'm still trying to figure it all out, you know?
Yeah. Well, it's good to work with people that are experts or, you know, other people because, you know, whether or not either one of you is an expert, working with someone, you know, else can bring some new ideas, change up the way that you do things versus your regular process. And an example of that probably is pretty recently you've started working with RCSQ Records, Michael Paz, his record label.
Yeah, Michael's awesome. He helped me with my last EP. We put it on an acoustic thing. And I wanted something like raw and just me and a guitar, basically. We recorded with no click. I mean, it's just me playing and singing. And he put some orchestration and some music around it, and it sounds awesome, like what he did. I love the sound and the vibe, and he completely captured like everything I wanted for like my next recording. And yeah, he's really just, I mean, he's trying to build something here in Nashville, and I love that I'm getting to be a part of it and be involved in the whole process, man. We actually start recording tomorrow with the Blue House Band, so I'm pretty excited about that. And putting out a full length EP with the full band and the whole thing, so it's gonna be cool.
Awesome. Yeah.
I'm pretty excited about it. But yeah, RCSQ is just really trying to. We've trademarked this brand of music or this genre of music, eclectic roots groove is kind of what we're calling it, and we're trying to capture, I guess, the sound of Nashville. I don't know if you want to call it that or what, but it's people that don't really fit in a certain box as far as musical style goes. You know, like maybe they're a little R&B or folk or rock or country or blues, or maybe they're all of that kind of all rolled into one. And I feel like I fit in that genre, so we're really trying to kind of build that brand and build the name RCSQ and help people, you know what I mean, in the community and have fun doing it. So I'm pretty excited about all that.
That's great. Yeah, it's when you say capturing the sound of Nashville, that's with the Sounds of Nashville podcast.
It's such a melting pot now. Like music is crazy, especially like in the country world too. I feel like, you know, you got all kinds of different flavors and genres and mashups and mix-ups, and I mean it's insane. But then you try to market yourself, and people are like, or people ask, you know, what kind of music do you play? And I'm like, well, it's kind of this, but it's kind of that, and I don't really know what to call it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You say it's really good, man. You should check it out.
It's nice to at least have something to say, but you know, eclectic roots groove is something we'll have to kind of build up. I tell people, and they're like, "What? What is that?" So then I have to explain kind of the whole thing. But yeah, it's cool though.
I like it. Now, what's your favorite song lyric that you've written?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know if I have a favorite. I really like that line, the first line in Echoes, "Tell me what to do with the hurt, because I'm running out of places to put it." I feel like it's a strong line. But I've got another song I wrote recently called Short Ride, and it's about like kind of coming to terms with my addictive personality and like understanding that I've been guilty of like escapism in the past, you know, and like kind of coming to terms with that. And that may be one of my favorites that I've written so far. I really love just the honesty of it, and it's not, I don't know if I have any clever, like super clever lines necessarily. It's just very brutally like honest as you can be with yourself and raw. And I really like that kind of stuff, like in music, stuff that like kind of hits people maybe that have struggled with some of those same things or whatever. But yeah, man, I don't know. Gosh, my favorite. Echoes is probably my favorite right now, currently. You know what I mean? I'm really happy with that song. I'm proud of it, and I love how it turned out. So.
Yeah, that's a great song. From the first time I heard you play that at the Blue House Artist Night, I was like, man, that's great song. Yeah. I want to hear that on Spotify so I can save it to my playlist.
Yeah, and I wrote that with a good friend of mine, Roy Snyder. I made friends with him up here in Nashville a couple years ago, and we've written another song together called Sunset, which is on my acoustic EP. And he's a great writer and a good friend, and both of us were really just pleased with how it all turned out. And I feel like it's a powerful song, so I'm hoping it resonates with people and makes somebody feel something.
Awesome. Now, any advice that you have for people getting into the Nashville music scene?
I don't know, man. I don't feel like I know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time. I mean, I think you just gotta jump in, make friends, network and grind. I mean, it's a grind. I think I was. I've only been up here for about 3 years now, but I think I was, ignorant, honestly, about the whole process. I mean, I think a lot of people, myself and like people I know, like I think they think sometimes you're gonna like come up to Nashville and you're gonna play one time and somebody's gonna see you and just be like, oh man, we're gonna give you a record deal, we're gonna do this, and this, and like it just doesn't happen that way. You really gotta like build it yourself and like build your brand, and maybe somewhere down the line you have an opportunity for a label or some bigger representation, but it's hard work, man. You just got to do it, and I think that's the best advice I could give anybody if they're really going to pursue this thing. Is like, hone your craft, like, and just work, man, and make friends and work, and show up, do a good job, be professional, have a good attitude, and like do it, and don't stop doing it, because it takes a lot of time, a lot of dedication, a lot of creative energy, to make it all work. And like I said, I'm trying to figure it all out and trying to figure out how to make it like a career path or whatever. But it's also easy to stress out about all that stuff too. So I think you got to remember to have fun, because I think for me personally, I've gotten too stressed out about music stuff before, because I feel like this intense pressure that I put on myself, which is not good, to be something or somebody or whatever. But like at the end of the day, the fruit comes from joy, I feel like. And when you share that with like your friends, and like today, man, I mean, it's so much fun playing with those guys. Like it always is, because they're great people. They're really talented at what they do. And like, they're trying to help people. And like, I want to get on board with that and just share the experience, honestly, more than I want success or fame. And I think if you have that attitude, like, you're going to find your people that resonate with, who you are and will support you and like, show up for you and all that stuff. So that's kind of where I'm at with all that.
Awesome. Now, for finding shows that you're playing and your music, what's the best way to
so the
follow
best way,
you?
I got a website now. I'm official. It's lukewoodmusic.com. That's the best way to find me and anything I got coming up. I've got a couple of residencies now. Play every Monday at Teddy's Tavern downtown with my friend Rudy Gonzalez, and then we're doing an acoustic kind of jam thing every Thursday at the Union Hill Trading Post in Goodlettsville. And that's really been a blast, man. We kind of have random people show up. I mean, it's never a planned thing, and we just all jam and have a good time. It's fun. So.
Awesome. Now, anything that you want to tell the audience?
Be on the lookout. I start recording the new EP tomorrow, and we're gonna have more stuff coming from RCSQ about that and updates and all that stuff. So tune in to my website, to my YouTube channel, Luke Wood Music, and I'll see you guys out there, I hope.
Great. Well, thanks for coming on the show, brother.
Appreciate it. This was fun.
This is Trevor Tobin, signing off.